Alright, good afternoon to everybody and welcome to the Perlas ng Silangan Powerlifting Cup Mindanao edition. Alright, before we start, we would like to thank our sponsors.
Venue here in
Tagum City,
Tagum City for the Perlas ng Silangan Powerlifting
and Sports for
Championship.
Online casting.
For the benefit of our viewers, the
Powerlifting
Perlas ng
Association
Silangan Powerlifting
We
League
would like to introduce our
is
referee.
duly recognized by the Powerlifting Association of the Philippines. And our chief referee here in this competition will be world champion Veronica Umpod. Of course, her coach, Alan Pahe, and a new referee undertaking his qualifying exams.
Before we start, we would like to introduce our referees.
Somebody from Surigao named
Right side referee
Anton
Vergara.
Vergara, introduced by the announcer.
Left side referee, Mr. Alan Pahe. Kayo lang, please. And our chief referee, Veronica Umpod.
Referees are currently being recognized. And
The bar, 30 kilograms.
this is a competition for developmental, so juniors and juniors.
After the lift, kindly submit
And
your attempts tab to the
first lifter will be a developmental women, girls
for you to
lifter.
submit the attempts tab.
First grade is 30 for Andrea Yana.
30 kilograms is the first weight in the squat. Requested by
Bars loaded.
our first lifter, Tubania Andreyana. Developmental lifter. Actually, the lone female lifter in this competition. And that's a wait for the decision lights. That's a good lift.
Is 105.
105. We go to the men's 105 kilogram squat for Samson Justin.
Patest po ng white. Sir, patest po ng white.
This is they're using, I think, a brand new system adjudication where they have handheld devices to, and there are some glitches I think they're experiencing in the display. And the bar is loaded for Justin. Justin is a name that can be both male and female, so. And
That's a good lift.
that's a good lift.
Next weight is 120.
120 kilograms
Quarter.
for Marcos
Get
Custom
ready, John Angelo Teacher, neck follow
from
by
Spectrum Powerlifting
Han James
Juniors.
Bar
And the bar is loaded
for Marcus Miguel Quarter.
for Marcos. 120 kilograms. Okay.
So no lift for
Yes.
Marcos Miguel Cuarto.
No lift for Marcos.
Next weight is
I
125, 125 for
wasn't
John
able to catch
Angelo
what the violation was.
Get ready, Van James
So we have a
Oriel Ray Parabot Jr.
next lifter with Jan Angelo Gatchon with a lift of 125 kilograms.
Ball is loaded for Jan Angelo Pizza.
It's Quichon rather. Let's spell Gatchon. So it's Gatchon. $125 kilograms on the bar. Okay, that's a good lift. 3 white lights.
Jan Angelo Pizza. Next weight is 140, 140.
Next weight
James Cartagena.
they're being requested by Van James Cartadaba. Cartalaba.
Is loaded for Van
74 kilogram weight class. This is the Perlas ng Silangan Powerlifting Leagues Mindanao leg. So we are here in Robinson's Tagum in Davao. Okay. That was easily done by
Good lift for
Van James, and it's a good lift.
Next weight is 160.
160 kilograms for Uriel Paraguya
Get ready.
of Kilo Culture Gym.
Followed by Joshua Louis Dallas Reyes. Bar is loaded for Oriel.
And the bar is loaded for Uriel. The reason Perlas and Silangan Powerlifting League is holding a quite limited competition is because they don't want to interfere with the powerlifting associations for the Philippines Mindanao Championships. So they're limiting themselves to the younger lifters. No open competition today. Good lift. Let's see, John Sampson is the next lifter with 165 kilograms. For those who are not familiar with the rules in the squat, the most common cause for disqualification or red light is for the not enough depth, or rather, to put it technically, the top of the thighs at the hip joint should be lower than the top of your knee. Make an imaginary line between the top of the knee and the hip joint, top of the hip joint. And if that's below parallel, that's a good lift. And that is a classic example of a good lift.
Next weight is 170.
170 kilograms for Joshua De Los Reyes,
Get ready, Renata Tigana.
men's junior,
Greg
983.
is loaded for Joshua Elias Reyes.
So, mali. Up. Time. That's the wrong lifter. This is become, unfortunately, quite a common mistake when the lifter call is not the one who gets on stage. So this is the real Joshua de los Reyes. The other guy thought it was his turn.
It's a good lift for
It's,
Joshua
uh,
de los Reyes.
And it's a good lift.
Same weight, 170.
Same weight.
for Renate
For Renante
Tubano.
Tubane.
Is loaded for Renate Tubano. Get ready, Chester Caracao, followed by Rico Marlon.
That was a pretty low squat, and that should be a good lift. And
It's a good lift.
So it
for
is.
Renate Tubano. Next weight is 175.
175 will be the next weight on the bar for Red Chester Karatao. Junior 93, Reg.
Bar is
Chester.
loaded for Red Chester Caracao.
Oh, there was a slight hesitation on that squat. I don't know if the referees noticed it. Apparently, it passed with 3 white lines.
It's a good lift for Red Chester Caracao. Next weight is 182.5. 182.5 for Rico Marlon Carlos. Get ready, Rafael Angelo Manitos, followed by Andre Yana Tubano. Bar is loaded for Rico.
So the bar is loaded for the next lifter, Rico Paraguya. That also was legal depth, in my opinion, and so it is. 3 white lights.
Next weight is 220.
We're starting to get into the serious weights with 220 for Rafael Mahipus of Project Underdogs.
Bar is loaded.
Sub-junior, 105 kilogram weight class.
Get ready, Andre Yana Tubano, followed by Samson, Justin Samson.
That was in proper depth and a good lift, I think. And it is a good lift.
Rafael Angelo
Not as easy as I expected, but still good.
Second attempt for
now into our second attempts. And let's get back down to the little people. Andreana Tubanya, the lone female developmental competitor. I should say girl competitor. I hesitate to use the word women. She's barely out of her swaddling clothes. But it's loaded with 35 kilograms. As you can see, that's one red and two whites. If you notice, the top of the knee was a little bit higher than the top of the hip. And that was the chief referee spotted that and gave her a red light, but there were two white lights, so she still gets the lead. Incidentally, our chief referee started just the way that the little girl did in the developmental category. And through the years, she's developed and lately become world champion. On 20 kilograms is a good lift for Justin. 127.5 kilograms will be the next weight for Marcos Castro. Back from Spectrum Powerlifting. So these are the second attempts in the squat competition. In powerlifting, you are given 3 attempts. If you make all of them, the one with the highest squat or the highest weight lifted will be first place in the squat. Although in the Philippines, we don't give per discipline medals. Okay, that was a little iffy for me. And that's 2 reds and a white. Jump the command. You have to wait for all 3 commands. Squat and rack. Apparently, he did not wait for the rack command. Or jump the gun. Sayang, it was tight. John Angelo Quiachon will be the next lifter. And that's a good lift.
Good lift for
150 kilograms will be the next weight on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Van James Cartalato.
Oh, that's stopped in the middle of the lift, and apparently Van James was did not have enough
172.
strength to finish the lift. Obviously, that's a no lift.
Get ready, Renate Tobano Jr., followed by Alexis John Thompson.
The bar is loaded for Uriel Paraguya. To continue on my spiel about powerlifting, particularly in the squat, the highest squat that you make in the three lifts will count towards your total. Which means you lift the weight that you lift, the highest weight, the highest good lift you make will count towards computation for the total, which includes the bench press and the deadlift. Now we have Renante Tutubania for his next lift with 180 kilograms.
Bar is loaded for Renante Tobano Jr.
Yes, that's a good lift.
It's a good lift for
Little
Renante
effort
Tobano Jr.
exerted there, but still a good lift.
180 for Alexis John Thompson.
Alexis. Okay. Next lifter will be Renante Tubania. Okay, a little bit of technical difficulty in the sequence of lifters. They don't agree with the table officials, shuffled the cards. So, the result of the so it's Renante Tubania for his second attempt. The reason there's a glitch sometimes in the announcing is that we have an automated system and also a human card system. Sometimes they don't match, usually through human error. And that's a good lift. The display is delayed because, as I said, it's a new system, and some of the referees are not familiar with the use of the controls. bar is loaded for Joshua de los Reyes. That's 3 white lights for Joshua. Next will be Reg Chester. Ratao. 130 kilograms.
Bar is loaded for Red Chester.
Second attempt of 190 kilograms by Reg. Okay, that's a good lift. It's a good lift. No lift. That's 2 reds and 1 white.
Next weight is 195.
I think that's some
195 for Rico Marion Talonga.
elbow. Oh, his elbow touched his thighs. I didn't notice that. So that's 2 reds and a white. No lift.
Bar is loaded for Rico.
That's one of the one of the more esoteric rules that are rarely committed, or rather, it's a very rare occurrence for the.
It's a good
That's Rico Marion.
Next weight is 235. 235 for Rob.
Okay, 235 for Rafael Mahipos. I think that's the last lifter for the second round, if I'm not mistaken.
Bar is loaded for Rafael Angelo Mahipos.
Unfortunately, the weight was too heavy.
It's a loaded for
So now we go on to our final lifts in the squat. And we go down to our little girls. Final attempt. But so far, the recipe for recruitment has worked, as we now have 3 world champions who started as developmental lifters. It's a little bit high in my opinion. Passes the referees.
Next weight is 125. 125 for Justin
As I said, we have 3 world champions in the juniors. We have chief referee,
Justin Sanson.
Veronica Ompod. Then we have Jesame. Okay.
It's a good lift.
It's a good lift by Samson Justin.
Next weight is 127.5.
Jesame Tabuan is the next other champion. And
Miguel Cuato. Then Lady John Aguirre Kitchen, followed by Juan James Catalano. Bar is loaded for Marcus Miguel Cuato.
is now a world champion. So the bar is loaded for Jan Piachon for his final lift, 140 kilograms. That's 3 white lights for a good lift. Our lifters are showing very enthusiastic responses to their good final lifts. Van J. Cartalaba is the next lifter with his final lift of 150 kilograms. I admit this is a sparsely populated competition, but they sure make up for it by their enthusiasm displayed. Lots of shouting and audience involvement. And that's a good lift. 3 white lights. I said that all of the lifters so far have showed very nice exaggerated responses for making their final attempts. Uriel Paraguya will be the next lifter. Final lift of 182.5 kilograms. So, in this competition, at least, we have no bomb outs in the squad. All of them made at least one good lift. That sometimes happens, being over ambitious in giving your first attempts. So it's not being able to lift, or make a good lift in even one. It's a good lift for.
Next weight is 187.5.
187.5 for Joshua de los Reyes of Feral Gym.
25 seconds.
But there's a rule that you have to start your lift within 1 minute of your name being called. And we have less than 10 seconds now remaining for him to start his lift. Let's see if he does it in the required time for 3 seconds. And it's a good lift. Just in the nick of time.
Same weight, 187.5 for Renante Cabana Jr. Next will be Chester Barca, followed by Alexis John Samson. Bar is loaded for
The bar is loaded for Renante Cabana with 187.5 kilograms. That's a good lift.
It's a good lift for Renante Cabana
Cabana.
Jr. Next weight is 190 for leg Chester Barca. Next will be Alexis John Samson, followed by Rico Bar is loaded for leg Chester Barca.
Greg Carata with his final attempt of 190 kilograms. So that's 3 red lights.
Loaded for Rochester Barca. Same weight, 190.
There is an up and down movement during the execution of the lift. Should be one smooth. You can stop, but you cannot go down. You can stop in mid lift.
Loaded for John Alexis Samson.
This is Alexis Samson with 190 kilograms for his final lift. Unfortunately,
It's a loaded.
the weight was too heavy for him. That's a no
Next
lift.
weight is 205. 205 for Rico Marlon Paraguay.
205 is the final lift by Rico Paraguya.
Bar is loaded for Rico
And the bar is loaded
Paraguay.
for the last attempt. We noticed he hit his head on the bar just before starting the lift. I remember during our time, we had an American from Clark Air Base who used to do just that. In fact, one time he did so hard that blood spurted from his forehead. That's a good lift for Rafael.
Next weight is 235.
All right.
235 for Rafael Angelo Manito. 235.
235 is the final lift by Rafael Mahitos.
Bar is loaded for Rafael Angelo Mahitos.
Okay. Heaviest squat in this competition. Let's see if he does this. That's a good lift. And as usual, the over-enthusiastic reaction making his final lift, which has been a characteristic of this competition so far. Now we have a 20-minute break before proceeding to the bench press. Okay, we have a panning of audience, although a lot of them have left. There is a 20-minute break before the next portion of our competition. And it's a good lift.
15.
Okay. First weight on the bar is 15 kilograms for Andre Tubania. Actually, in a real competition, we don't have a small bar, so they had to make do with a regular training bar to load 15 kilograms because the bar itself, the official bar, weighs 20 kilograms. But Andreana has asked for 15. So they have to use a non-competition bar to get to 15 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Andreana. And now the powerlifting rules state that your feet must be flat on the floor, but since Andreana cannot reach the floor, they had to put blocks under her feet so she can assume the recommended or the required starting position. That's a good lift for our lone developmental lifter.
50 kilos for Justin Samson. 50.
50 kilograms is the next weight for Justine Sampson. Bars loaded for first attempt of Justine. That's an easy lift for Justine.
It's a good lift for Justin.
For three white lights. 75 is the longest weight on the bar for Marcus Watton. So the bar is loaded for the first attempt by Marcos. Okay, so far all of the lifters have elected to start at a safe weight. Very easy for them. Van James would be the next lifter. The same weight of 75 kilograms. So far, all the lifters have started well within their capabilities. Let's see what Van James starts at. Still relatively easy. Would be a shame if you start with a weight that you can't actually lift. Considering that everybody here is virtually guaranteed a medal. because of the sparseness of the attendance. There are 3 medals per weight class. And there are only, what, 14 or so lifters, if I'm right. So almost all will have a medal. So you have to start conservatively to make sure. All you have to do is make a good lift and you're guaranteed the medal. And that's also another easy lift.
Next weight, 90 kilos, 90 for Olga de Pandia. Get ready for Maria, followed by Red Chester.
The next lifter is Uriel
Bar is loaded
Alaguya.
for Olga de Pandia.
This competition reminds me of how we used to lift in the early days, where there were very few competitors. That's a good lift. In those days, we used to do everything ourselves. We would officiate, we would compete. We'd also be the workhorses to bring in and take out the weights from the venues. And this was pro bono, no allowance or whatever. Purely love of the sport. This was a lifetime ago, though. 40 years or so ago. Those were the days. Still an easy lift.
It's a good lift for Rico Marian Paraguay. Next weight is 105.
Okay, there's a jump to 105 kilograms for Reg Chester Karatao.
Followed by Rafael Angelo Mejitos. Bar is loaded for Red Chester Karatao.
And that's also an easy lift. So far, everybody has been lifting well within their means, which is, I think, a good decision.
It's a good lift.
Still a good lift for Alexis.
Next weight is 107.5.
107.5 for Rafael Mahipos.
Bar is loaded for Rafael Angelo Mejitos. The judge over this weight.
Okay, we have a first squash casualty here. That is very clearly
For Rafael Antonio.
a no lift. There was unable to lock out the weights.
1-0 for
Sayang, he had the strongest squat, and he might be throwing everything away by zeroing out in the bench press. Our strongest squatter maybe is in danger of being disqualified. Was unable to lock out the weights. That's a disaster. Ika nga sa Tagalog, bandera na, maging bato pa. That was a stupid decision, I think, to start that high. No matter how strong your squat is, if you don't qualify in the bench, you zero out.
It's a good lift.
Good lift for Joshua. Next lifters, Renante Tabulo.
115.
Tupanya, rather.
Get ready under your bar is loaded for Renante Tobarne Jr. Number 15 for Renante Tobarne Jr.
So Renante is setting up for his first attempt. 115 kilograms.
It's a good lift.
That's two reds, or two whites and a red. Still a good lift.
Progress, let's go down to 17.5, 17.5,
Going back down to our little girl. Oh, 17.5. Second attempt. Still using the baby bar. Bar is loaded for baby Andre Yana, our lone developmental lifter. Unfortunately, obviously too heavy for her. That's no lift.
Next weight, 60 kilos, 6-0 for Justin Johnson.
60 kilos will be the weight on the bar for Justin. That's a good lift by Justin. Next weight is 80 kilograms for Van Atalaba. There's another mix-up. Another lifter approached. I don't know. I would think that announcers calling out the names is quite clear, but still some lifters get confused and approach the bar when it's not their turn. A little more effort exerted here in our second attempt.
Next weight, 82.5 for Marcos Miguel.
82.5 for Marcos Miguel. Waton.
Loaded for Marcos Miguel.
Still quite an easy lift for Marcos.
For Marcos Miguel.
Next is San Angelo Giacho, 90 kilograms.
It's a good lift for Jan.
Good lift.
Next weight, 95 for Uriel.
Uriel Paraguya will be the next lifter with 95 kilograms.
Pakita lang natin. Lalamitan ko lang.
Also, still an easy lift by Rico. Rico Marion Paraguya will be the next lifter with 105 kilograms. That's also a good lift.
Next weight is 107.5.
107.5 will be the next lift by Rafael Mahipos. Audience participation is quite evident. Lots of shouting going on. Mahipos is our strongest squatter, but he may be having problems in the bench. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, it's still too heavy for my hippos. He might be throwing away a medal with that choice of attempts in the bench press. I think his chances of making a third attempt are quite low, seeing the way he failed that second attempt. I think it's almost sure that he's gonna bomb out in the bench. So his sure goal will turn out to be a big nothing. He should have started quite a bit lower. He already had it in the bag. So Red Chester with 112.5. Okay. Still a good lift. Not as easy as his first, but still good. That's a good choice of attempts. And that's a good lift by Alexis.
Next weight, 115, 115 for Joshua Eli Dos Reyes. 115 for Joshua Eli Dos Reyes. Bar is loaded for Joshua Eli Dos Reyes. Ready, remember, followed by Andre Yan Tubano.
Yes, very
Next weight is 120.
too heavy for the second attempt. Okay. So here we're seeing the effects of good or bad coaching or good or bad decisions in choosing the next weight. Well, still quite easy. 3 white lights. So next shifter is Tubania. Or rather, let's go back down for the third attempts for baby girl Tubania. Hey, audience is enthusiastically cheering the little girl. Final attempt with 17.5 kilograms. Earlier she missed this weight. Let's see if she gets it on her final lift. And she does. Two whites and a red. Still a good lift.
It's a good lift for Next race is 65 kilos, 65 kilos for Justine Samson.
We're now in the third attempts. The bench press. So, good lift. There was a slight hesitation during the lift, but there was no downward movement in the whole bar, so that's still a good lift. So we have Van James Cataraba with his final attempt. I would say that was a very judicious choice. And three right hand. It's not too heavy and not too light. Judicious choice of third attempt. She's good for that weight, and that weight is the highest he could have lifted today. He did not waste any lifts. Now we have 90 kilograms for Huaton. Marcos Miguel Huaton. Three white lights, it's a good lift. Could have done a little bit more, but it's still a good decision. A little bit more, he might have gotten it, or it might have stalled. So still, overall, a good choice for the final attempt. We have John Angelo Huerta for his final attempt. There's two whites and a red. I think overruled. It will be overruled because there was not enough force on the chest. It's a no lift. It's overruled. There was no post on the chest. touch and go, which is not allowed.
Jury. Judge, jury, and executioner.
Okay, we have Uriel Paraguya for his final attempt. Let's see. Also, oh, there was a downward movement of the whole bar.
It's a moment for whoever. Next stage is 110. 110.
Hey, they call on Rafael Maripos for his final attempt.
This is Nathan Bota.
Whatever the result from
Oh, that surprised me. Maripos stays in the game. I would have thought that I didn't have. So I was quite surprised by Maripos' third attempt. There's a commotion going on in the rear. And one of the juries approached the group. I don't know what happened. So now we have Rico Paraguya. Okay, so it's a good lift by Rico. The reason one of the juries approached the lifter is that he uttered some obscenities after performing the lift, and that is he was given a warning. This is one of the causes for disqualification is uttering obscenities either before or after you lift. One of the unwritten rules. Well, it's written, but it's rarely. Hey, that's clearly too heavy for Joshua. 117.5 for Alexis Samson. Okay, another snafu. The wrong lifter approached the bar. So, and that's a good live. Another well-placed third attempt. And if heavier, it would not have made it. So, efficient estimate of your strength on the day of competition, I would say. Okay. Greg Chester Karata with his final attempt. Okay, that's clearly a no-live. He overestimated his strength on this competition day by just a wee amount. 125 kilograms on the bar for Renante Cubania. I think this is the final lift for the bench press. We have 10 seconds on the clock, or rather 12 seconds, 11, 10. To stop. Okay, that's a good lift by
All right, that concludes our bench.
That's the last lift for the
We will
bench
be having a
press.
20-minute break before the squat event. Deadlift, please, huh? Again, we will be having a 20-minute break before the deadlift event.
We're now in the deadlift, or the last portion of the powerlifting competition.
We are now on the
We're here at Robinson's Place, Tagum, here in Mindanao. For the Mindanao leg of the Peres ng Silangan League's Mindanao Championships.
First weight on the bar is 30 kilos for Andre
Perlas ng Silangan Powerlifting League is duly recognized by the Powerlifting Association of the Philippines. In fact, all of its members were also members, or are or were officers of the Powerlifting Association of the Philippines. Our first weight is 30 kilograms for our baby girl Andre Yana Tobania. 30 kilograms. Okay. That's a good lift. So we go to 145 kilograms first attempt by Justin Samson. Setting up the weights for the second attempt. Okay, it is Justin for his first attempt, 145 kilograms.
It's a good lift for Justin Samson. Next weight is 150, 150 for Marcos Miguel.
Marcos Quanton will be the next lifter with 150 kilograms.
Bar is loaded for Marcos Miguel.
This should go very quickly because the setup time for the deadlift or lifter is quite short. Unlike in the squat, it takes time to set up.
It's a good lift.
That's a good lift.
Next weight is 155, 185 for Don James Takalada.
Hey, Van James Cartalaba for his first attempt, 185. Usually for beginning powerlifters, the deadlift is the first lift to increase because it's the easiest to do. Just lift the weight off the ground. Of course, there are rules and there are proper ways of doing it to prevent injury. But by and large, deadlift is easiest to do. That was a good lift. And we go up to 190 kilograms. Okay, I didn't notice, but Bartalaba's lift was a 2 red, 1 white situation, which is no lift.
It's a good lift.
Good lift for Uriel Paraguya.
Next weight, 102.5. 102.5 for Mira Group. Bar is loaded for
And the bar is loaded for Uriel
Ready,
Paraguya.
Chester Caracal.
192.5 kilograms on the bar. Notice how quickly the competition progresses in the deadlift. So, from several minutes in between lifters in the squat, it takes less than a minute, I think, in between the deadlift attempts.
It's a no lift.
It's no lift. Did not,
Next weight,
not wait for the
105.
down command. Either that or his shoulders weren't pulled back in the execution of the leg. You should stand with the shoulders back, arms straight, and legs straight. I'm not sure which one of those were violated. But we now have Reg Chester Karatao with 205 kilograms. Quite an easy lift for Reg Chester. Same weight will be asked by Alex Sampson. As I said earlier, the deadlift appears to be the easiest to perform, but it does come with a host of rules. And its execution, which may not be apparent to those not familiar with the rules of the sport. The bar is loaded for Rafael Malhipos with 225 kilograms. Again, Mahipos, a comeback kid. From blazing star to almost zero, and here back to the top position. What? I think, again, he overestimated his strength this day and was unable to lift the weight on his first attempt.
He was confident with his starts, but since he ground out his squats, he's gotten some very unnecessary fatigue, but he didn't manage it by adjusting his first attempts downward.
That's true. But he does tend to take very risky first attempts, as shown by his bench press. Oh! Okay, that's a no lift. No, you cannot. Okay, that happens. Maybe he ate too much after the weigh-in. He throws up during the deadlift. That's a no lift. But we have a pause in the competition for some cleanup to be done on the platform.
housekeeping.
So we have a pause in the competition to clean up the
Or yung likod pala.
so that's that serves as a warning to those competitors who don't manage their. The guy must have eaten too much after reducing.
So we will be having a technical timeout. Relax muna yung mga
So
lifters.
we have to wait for the housekeeping to clean up the mess.
Na-shock ulit na.
Wala tayong basahan.
Ayun lang ako. Wala ko.
So lifter threw up, violently upheave his meals, and some of it ended up on the shoes of the chief referee. So we have the loader cleaning up a bit, as much as he can. So lifters, next time, don't eat too much after weighing. Powder. Okay, I think I think we should be ready for to continue the competition. Except okay, so our loaders borrowed the cleaning equipment of the mall.
Cleaning the platform.
Well, that's I wouldn't want to be the one made a mess. From and forevermore, he will be remembered for this. Oh. Right, so now 235 or 32.5 for Rico Paraguyas. First attempt.
Get ready, Renante, Ivana Jr.
Easy weight. And a good there.
For Rico Marlon Paragu. Next weight is 250.
250 kilograms for Renante Tobania. Quite respectable for a beginner, sub-junior. Quite respectable weights being lifted. Renante Tobania with a 250 first attempt. Not bad for an 83 junior. Good grip. It's very easy weight. Very easy for Tobania. He should be capable of very much more. Okay, back down to the baby weights. 37.5 for Andreana. Very quick turnaround. If not for the incident earlier, we'd be almost finished by now.
Justin Samson for Marcus Miguel Duarte.
Okay, the bar set for Andreana. Second attempt. Also an easy lift.
It's a good hit for Andreana Tamarana. Next weight, 160 for Justin.
160 is the next weight on the bar for Justin Sampson. So the bar is loaded for Samson.
It's a
Good lift. 170 for Marcos Costa. Being relatively easy for Quaton, it's a good lift.
It's a good lift for Marcos Miguel. Next weight, 190.
Van James will be the next lifter with 190.
loaded for Van James.
It's loaded.
Carter.
Van James. Easy weight.
Next, no lift for Van James. Carter. Next weight is
197.5 is requested by Uriel Paraguya.
Bar is loaded for
Also relatively easy for Paraguay.
Next weight is 200.
We're now in the 200 kilogram territory. And relatively speaking, that's a lot for beginners to be lifting.
Bar is loaded for John Angelo Peter.
Piachon will be the first in the 200 club. Still a good lift.
Next weight is 250.
220 is the next weight for Horatao. Horatao rather.
Bar is loaded for Chester Karate.
Also an easy weight.
For Chester
I
Karate.
noticed that
Same weight.
most of our lifters are doing the hook grip. During the early years of powerlifting in the Philippines, we all used to use the opposite grip, which is one pronated and one supinated. In other words, opposite directions. But nowadays, a lot of them use hook grip. Doing the hook grip is, if you're a beginner, is quite painful. Now this guy is doing the opposite grip. Okay, that's a good lift
Good lift for Alexis
for Samson.
Next weight is 225.
Okay, here we are again. Well, Hipos with his second attempt with 225 kilograms. Okay. Fortunately, it's no lift. He was hitching the weight on his thigh. So that's a unanimous decision by the referees. Hitching is when you lift the weight by sliding it over your thighs. So he's now in the danger zone again. Maripos. Let's see if he makes another miracle on his final attempt. Okay, this is Las Reyes unable to complete the lift.
Next week,
245 is requested by Rico Calaguya. 245.5 is this. So this it's being confirmed if this really is a record, equipped record. Sub-Junior 105. So this is an equipped record, although he's lifting raw. In the sub-juniors 105 category. Easy weight and a new record by
Next weight is 262.5.
62.5 requested by Renante. One. Two 62.5, the sub-junior 83 kilogram record, requested by Renante Tubanya.
262.5.
This is quite impressive, especially for a regional lift. That's a good lift and a new record by Renante Tubanya. Okay, we're now in our third attempts. So we're now in the home stretch, third attempts in the deadlift. And we're back down to 45 kilograms for Andreana. One, two reds, three whites.
Next weight, 165. 165 for Justine Sanchez.
We have Justin Sampson on his final attempt, 165 kilograms.
165. It's a good
That's a good lift.
Justin Sampson. Next weight is 185. 185 for Marcos Miguel Guapo. And
185 is the next weight for Watton.
bar is loaded for Marcos.
Bar is loaded. Final attempt.
That's 185. It's no lip for Marcos.
Three red lights hitching.
Next weight,
Again, hitching.
119. 190 for Brian James Cortellano. 190 for Brian James Cortellano.
Catalaba with the next lifter. He dropped, lost his grip. It's a no look.
Next weight is 205. 205 for Jan Angelo.
205 kilograms on the bar. Jan Yacho.
Bar is loaded for Jan Angelo.
Okay, the bar did not even leave the floor. It's too heavy, apparently.
Same weight.
And they have a same weight called by Uriel Baraguya. It's a good lift. 225 for Rafael. Okay, here we go again with Rafael Mahipos, Mr. Cardiac Lifter. There's a make or break lift for him. Okay. Then he comes through and it's a good lift. example of how not to do your attempts. We call on Joshua de los Reyes for his final attempt of 230 kilograms. Okay, the weight stalled just before lockout. So nice effort, but no cigar. 230 grams for Red Chester. Karata. Greg Karata, rather, for his final lift, 230. Relatively easy. Two whites and a red. A little bit deficient in the lockout, but still past two of our referees. Same weight for Samson. We were near the end of our competition, a few more lifts, and we're through. I think 3 more lifters, if I'm not mistaken, right after Alexi. Well, heavy, too heavy for him. And see, we're here 252.5 for Paraguya. And this is a lift to land him in first place in the 105 juniors. Paraguya with 252.5 to leapfrog his competitor into first place from second place currently. And it's quite easy. It's a good lift. Another record-breaking attempt by Renante Tubania. Tubania already has is already ranked as first, and he will attempt to increase. Another record-breaking attempt by Tubania. This would just be a bonus for him. He It's already firmly in first place. That's an iffy there. And there was the downward movement during the execution of the lift. And that concludes our deadlift and the whole competition. Thank you for watching.
All participating lifters, please go to the stage for us to start the awarding ceremonies.
Sino mag-award? Ikaw sa ready? Saka si... Meron. Meron.
For us to start the awarding ceremonies.
Ikaw magbigay ng medal kay sa ready. Doon ka. Hindi, doon ka tapos hatid mo sa kanya. Good. Good na. Gold medal ah. Gold medal. Gold. Isa lang, isa lang. Gold lang.
Perlas ng Silangan Powerlifting League Mindanao Cup awarding ceremonies. Before we start, we would like to thank our sponsors, Robinson's Malls, Tagum City, Dupong, Sleep Like a Champion, M Sports for our live telecast, PTV4 and Powerlifting Association of the Philippines. All right, let's start on the girls developmental. Champion gold, Andreana Tubanya from Tikoff with a total lift of 102.5. All right, congratulations, Hannah. Moving on to the men's sub-junior weight class, 66 kilogram. Gold medal goes to Justin Samson from Project Underdog, garnering a total lift of 355 kilograms. Moving on to the 83 kilogram weight class men's sub-junior. We have gold medalist Renante Tobanya Jr. from Tikoff, lifting a total of 575 kilograms. On the men's 93 kilogram weight class, men's sub-junior, we have gold medal Uriel Ray Paraguya from Kilo Culture, lifting a total of 482.5 kilograms.
Silver gold.
On the 105 kilogram weight class men's sub-junior, we have silver medal, Rafael Angelo Mahipos from Project Underdog, and gold medal goes to Rico Marion Paraguya from Pino Culture. Both lifting 567.5 kilograms, but the gold medalist is lighter, have a lighter body weight. Let's now move on to the men's junior awards. 74 kilogram weight class. We have gold medal, John Angelo Quiachon from Tikov with a total lift of 430 kilograms. Moving up to the 83 kilogram weight class, men's junior. We have silver medal, Marcos Miguel Cuaton from Spectrum Powerlifting, totaling 387.5 kilograms. And gold medal goes to Alexis John Samson from Project Underdog with a total lift of 517.5. All right, on the 93 kilogram weight class, men's sub-junior, we have gold medal, Reg Chester Caratao, lifting a total of 517.5.
Girls developmental.
Let's now move on to the Best Lifter Awards. Girls Developmental Champion goes to Andre Yana Tubanya from Tikov. On the Men's Sub-Junior Best Lifter Award, the trophy goes to Renante Tubanya Jr. from Tikov. That's a total of 70.11 IPF points. Moving on to the Junior Best Lifter Award. The Junior Best Lifter Award goes to Alexis John Samson from Project Underdog. With a total IPF points of 62.08. All right. Congratulations to all the winners and best lifter. And thank you for competing at the Perlas ng Silanganan Powerlifting League Mindanao leg. Again, we would like to thank our sponsors, Robinson's Place Tagum City, Dupo, Sleep Like a Champion, M Sports for the live telecast, PTV4, and Powerlifting Association of the Philippines. Again, thank you so much, and we hope to see you next year.